Hello, this is Alice, and this is my channel, The Witch in the Glen. I am going to get into a reading for you, Divine Feminine. I love you so much, and I have been missing you, missing channeling for you. We are into fall. It is October where I am in this time space. Time doesn't exist. This video is timeless. And there is the energy here of fall. We have the Knight of Pentacles coming out. He has been prominent recently. The Knight of Pentacles is, he is extremely reliable. He is the slowest moving energy, but he brings in a change that is something that you can really depend on. It's something great that he brings, some kind of news, some kind of shift in your abundance and your reality. And he is bringing it in slowly, but very, very reliably. This is the most reliable energy because it gives time for you to adapt to every little incremental change as this energy comes in. So the Knight of Pentacles, when he's finally here, he's not flighty. He does not retreat. He is humble. He is there for you. We have Justice in reverse. So tell me about this Justice in reverse. Tell me about this Justice in reverse. It's like he's trying to come in and write a Justice in reverse. That's what I'm seeing. I think he's coming in and there is what I mean by that. So justice, it's all justice. It's like what it sounds like. It is about really being made right by the divine for everything that you really deserve. That's what justice is about. The Justice card. She is in reverse, so it's like, where is this counterbalance that she's going to bring? Where is this actualization and the justice that you really deserve? I hate to use the term deserve for some reason, but this really is something that you deserve. You deserve this ultimate divine justice. This is your fundamental right as a human, and it has been feeling like you haven't been receiving your justice. The destiny that's been presenting itself has been a little dystopian. And what I mean by that is it's a warped version of what you're really manifesting. So this is when the Knight of Pentacles comes in, he is going to be writing this imbalance. It's really about taking steps back and looking at, wow, okay. We just had these cards literally come out. The Knight of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords. Here we have it again, and along with the Eight of Cups. You are moving on from this heartbreak, this lack of justice. It's been a long time coming. That's what the Knight of Pentacles is bringing in. He's bringing in change and clearing the way for you to be able to leave behind things that you thought you wanted, things that you thought were your manifestations, and leave behind some things that aren't bad. They're not working for you, but you know that it's not really your destiny to be to limit yourself to this stuff that you already have been manifesting. It's just like you've been in the dark night of the soul, and you have gained your strength through this emotional shadow work, and you're starting to be able to consider the idea of moving on to bigger things. And you don't really know exactly what you're moving on to, but you are, you know that you have the faith that you are moving towards something that is better than what you have. It is, and it's hard to let go of something good in order for something better to come in. It can be really hard to have that kind of faith, to have faith in, whoa, what did I do to these cards? Okay, good. Okay, we have the Queen of Wands coming out again. So in the reading that I just did right before this, we had the King with Knight of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, Queen of Wands. This is saying lean into your creativity. This is your time to really own your destiny, to follow the urges that are there. Really tune into your heart, tune into your gut. And follow those urges, because that's where you're going to really be alchemizing all of the bad stuff that's been happening into creative juice. That's really what the Queen of Wands is about. She's also, I keep flipping it upside down. I think you've been really working on healing your root chakra. Your root chakra is a lot more aligned than it has been in the past. That was like one area where you really, really needed to be grounded and aligned, was in your root chakra, before everything else can kind of shake out. At this point, it's, you're kind of in the realm of working on your sacral chakra, which is all about that's about your creativity, your sexuality, your spontaneity. She's the Queen of Wands is funny. She is so aligned that she's able to see the nuance and the humor in the things around her, in the circumstances, even bad stuff. She's able to take steps back and recognize life where it shows itself, recognize the buds of creativity, and she helps nurture those into manifestations. If you are a masculine, this could be about your Queen of Wands coming in. This is what you've been, this is, so yeah, I'm being told to like read this for our masculines. This is, so we have this slow moving energy, and this might feel like to the masculines that you have been trying to make changes, you have been trying to shift your reality, and it's finding that it's very slow going, slow advancement, but you have been reliably doing this. This is, you've found that you can depend on yourself to carry forward and stay on the horse and have faith in your journey. I'm seeing he has these he has this greenery on his head and on the horse's head, and right now that's calling to mind. It's like he's almost there. I'm thinking of in the story of Noah and the ark, there's the moment where a dove brings an olive branch to Noah on the boat, and that was their sign that there is land. They're almost, the trials and tribulations are almost over. They're about to be able to come into new earth and this new paradigm. And the olive branch here was really a sign of that, a sign of everything that you've worked for is coming in. It's coming in. And the fact that, he's wearing this greenery on top of his head, and his horse has some greenery that's reminding me of those olive branches. And it's like he can taste it. Like he knows, like, a dove can't fly very far. Okay, they can fly pretty far, but to find itself at a boat out in the middle of, a great flood, or to fly from a city out over the countryside and find this Knight of Pentacles as he's going on his trek. What it signals is that he's almost there. It's like land ho. And he's really coming off of, like, everything kind of tanked for him. And that's where he's rising up from that. This was something in his life was crashing down, and it was like everything in his life was lining up in this very it's like lining up, but it wasn't really looking like what he thought it was going to look like. It was like the components of everything that he'd been trying to manifest were coming together in this way that it just didn't add up to what he thought that he was trying to foster, what he was trying to nurture. So the relationships, for example, that he'd put in place, the vocational activities and things like that, things to spend his time on, none of these in his place where he lives, none of these things were really adding up to him feeling like, they were all adding up to feeling, just like I said, kind of a little dystopian. It's this dystopian kind of world where it's like this parallel alt universe, yet devil presenting himself. He's come out a couple of times. I've seen him pop up here. You've been held back by your shadow. The masculines have been held back by their shadow. They've been held back by people who prey on their big hearts. The masculines have really been through the ringer. The feminines have, and so have the masculines. We sort of think about it, especially with the twin flame phenomenon, we kind of think about it being the hardest on the divine feminine, or quote unquote the chaser. I hate that stuff, but harder on, but this is really saying it's like been extremely hard for the masculines, and they've been trekking forward. They've been trying to, even though they've been completely bowled over, they've been run into the ground by everything that it's like everything that they've manifested is now like piled on top of them, and they are having trouble breathing. And it's like the fact that all this stuff has been weighing them down has made them vulnerable to people coming in and stabbing their backs, using their energy. And the masculines are finally at this point where they're able to recognize that the stuff that they built up and manifested for themselves is not what they want. It's not bringing them their Queen of Wands. It's not bringing them closer to their Queen of Wands. It is, because you have to go through this stuff in order to get to the feminines, get to union. We all have to go through that dark night of the soul and have a reckoning with the relationships and the people in our lives, try to determine like who's for you and who's not for you. But this is like, there have really been some people who are bad people who have been keeping him from you, which really is keeping him from himself. Because it's not about you. It is about his own journey and his own journey of actualization, and his divine justice is you. just like he is your divine justice. But he sees you. I love that you're coming out as the Queen of Wands. It's kind of a fun energy. The Queen of Wands is creative. She's beautiful. She's funny. She is very sexy. And that's how he's seeing you. And he's doing work on his sacral chakra. He's been very injured there. He has had a lot of, he's been vulnerable. He's very, very vulnerable in his, let's say his, like his sexual relationships. He's been vulnerable and he's gotten burned. It hasn't really paid off. Even friendships and social connections outside of divine partnership or partnership, he is finding that those relationships are not really fulfilling to him. And in fact, it's like these things are bringing out, not only is he seeing that there are bad actors who have been intentionally holding him back, like as much as you can be intentionally holding someone back and manifesting and like ruining their manifestations, that's been the people in his life who have been pointedly trying to keep him trapped so that they can live off of the energy that he is sloughing off. These are people, the twins and higher vibrational people get surrounded by these low vibrational people who victimize them and use them for their energy. It doesn't have to be just partners. It can be family members. It can be friends. People who can tell that you are so high vibrational and can tell that your energetic body is massive, because the higher vibrational you are, the bigger your energetic body is. And these lower entities, lower vibrational beings pick up on it. They see your light. They see the light of God, I'm hearing, and they are attracted to it because they think that they're going to be able to use it to manifest. But in reality, there's no way to manifest the kingdom of heaven using other people's energy. It has to be completely aligned within yourself, because the kingdom of heaven is within. And as we come into alignment with the queendom of heaven, with New Earth, that is when our world is going to start reflecting back New Earth to us. So you come into alignment with it and you'll start seeing your world reflecting it. If you are manifesting from lower realm, you're not manifesting from your heart, you're manifesting from like your sacral, there's a limit to how far you can go with that. There's like, you inevitably burn out, and that energy is inevitably spent. It's not renewable energy the way that they use it, but the energy that you produce and use for yourself is renewable. That is where it's like the energy of God is going to be there for you to manifest with. And people who are lower vibrational, they might be able to use your energy and make you feel chained to them, make you feel like you are their energetic puppet, like you are a cow that they milk for energy every day. They make you mad, they make you irritated. Society feeds on your energy. Society, the media feeds on your energy, showing you things daily that you're supposed to be incensed by. But people read about atrocities and they completely lose lose, when you're in this anger, this in this righteous indignation, you are basically, you are like, you get stuck in it. And as long as you're stuck there, your high vibrational energy is coming out, but it doesn't have anywhere to go because your energetic body is being suppressed. So it just gets wasted out in the world and used by and sometimes and often used by those around you who have their hooks in you. And that is how people who are lower vibrational are able to manifest so well, is because they glom onto other people's energy, high vibrational people's energy, and are able to use that energy to manifest for themselves. And so that is why you see, why do good things happen to bad people? Why are psychopaths able to generate millions and billions of dollars for themselves? How are they able to be that successful if they're not good people? It's because they're preying off of and using energy that of the high vibrational people around them, people, groups, systems, because it doesn't just work for just like an individual. You can glom onto and use the energy of a system of society, of different systems of relationships. So yeah, he hit a tower moment. And like I said, he feels like he sees land, he can see it, he can taste it, he's almost here. And this is where he kind of is going to have to leave our radar. You lose touch with the masculine for a little while when he is close. You might feel like you energetically lose touch with him before you come back into that energetic union that you might be used to. Because before you come into union in the 3D, you come into union in the ethers, in the 5D, in the 8D, in the 7D. You come into union there before you can come into union in the 3D, because the 3D is so dense. It's very hard, or it's, very hard to manifest in the 3D for our souls. Harder than it is in other dimensions. But in order to manifest 3D things, you have to be in the 3D. Okay, I think I'm going to end this reading here. I hope you have a great day, and happy ascension to you today. There's a solar eclipse, and like I said, this reading is timeless. So whenever you find it, whenever it resonates, that's when it's for you. And if anything didn't resonate, then it's not for you. So don't worry about it. Okay, I will see y'all later. Thanks.